It is recording, Kurt. It says it is anyway. So, anyways, folks, welcome into. We're going to call this "Livin Lovin Disney" for now, but tonight's going to be a special episode. We are going to talk with Kurt. Katie's not with me on this episode. This may be just a me and Kurt kind of thing, with Katie coming in periodically to share in the episode with us. But Kurt is my oldest son, and he wanted to do a podcast tonight. We're going to talk about Kingdom Hearts. So, Kingdom Hearts, I mean, I'm not a video guy, okay? The last video game that I played was like Mario Kart or Super Mario or something. I mean, it's been years since I played any kind of video game. So, I know nothing about video games really, other than, they can be fun. But I know Kurt is into video games. Kurt, you also have a thing on YouTube, don't you? That people, is it YouTube that people can follow you while you play games?
Yeah, well, I actually have it's on YouTube, but I also have a Twitch, which is a network for live streaming games, and then I also stream on Facebook. I kind of just have a program that streams it all to multiple sites at once. So, yeah.
Okay. So you can I'll have Kurt tell you all how you can watch him. He'll give you where he goes, so you can watch him play a game if you want to. I don't get that. People do it for hours, right? They'll watch people play video games, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess you can learn from what they do and stuff, and that kind of thing. So it's kind of like watching a show, I guess. So, anyways, I wanted to read a little something about Kingdom Hearts if we could before we start, Kurt. It says like this is the Wikipedia. So if I don't make sense when I read because I suck at reading, you can just look it up yourself. But
Okay.
it says Kingdom Hearts is a crossover between Square Enix and Disney, based in a fictional universe. The series centers on the main character Sora and his journey and experiences with various Disney, Square Enix, and Pixar characters. The heroes of the series clash against the multiple incarnations of the primary antagonist. What's the antagonist?
Try to say it.
It's XEH. I don't know, some weird name. And throughout the series, consists of 13 games available for multiple platforms, and future titles are planned. Most of the games in the series have been positively received and commercially successful despite criticism for its storyline. As of June 2019, the Kingdom Hearts series has shipped more than 32 million copies worldwide. A wide variety of related merchandise has been released along with the games, including soundtracks, figurines, companion books, light novels, and a collectible card game series, and an upcoming TV series. So, Kurt, do you have any of these other products of Kingdom Hearts at all?
Um, Actually, I do have a comic book. Alicia got it for me for I think one of my birthdays or something like that. It's pretty cool because it doesn't it doesn't make Donald and Goofy anime or anything. It just draws them as they look, in North America. So um, I'd say I have that, and I have a T-shirt which I'm wearing now, right there,
There you go. You can
and
check out
then
Kurt's t-shirt.
thank you. I
Yeah,
got a
thanks for not
lanyard.
taking it off, Kurt. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. God, you just have to bring it to some weird place.
What? What? That's why I'm here, right? I mean, do you expect
No,
anything
you're not.
different,
That's
Kurt?
not
I
why
mean,
it wouldn't
what
be
else am I
that
going to
way.
say? So,
A lot of other things.
this is like a combination of Disney and Final Fantasy combined, correct? Something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of just those characters from Final Fantasy and Square Enix, their company, their gaming company, and Disney, and all of
Okay.
those. So
Now, I remember we got you guys. We probably got you the game, and I know we got some of the other kids
yeah,
the Kingdom Hearts game, probably for DS or something like that at one point, and maybe PlayStation. I don't
You
know.
you actually bought it, the first one, for me for the PlayStation 2,
Okay,
and you bought me a strategy guide with it, and that was like the coolest thing.
I did
So
something
thank you
good,
for that.
Kurt.
It was like in
Yeah,
2005 or
I was
something
pretty
like
good
that.
dad, man. What
Yeah,
happened?
you are a pretty good dad still.
So I know. So did you like it back then, Kurt? Did you get it when you played it? Did you like it back then?
Oh yeah, it was like the game. I think Danica, my sister, she she was saying like, I don't know how it came up, but she was like, "Kurt, Kingdom Hearts is not the best video game ever," and I was like, because to me it's like it was or is at the time because it was just so much fun. Um,
And you were able to figure it out. Is it an
mhm.
easy game to figure out for people?
Yeah, I mean, it's not super complicated. I think as long as you know how to use a controller, like a PlayStation controller, you can pretty much get the gist of it pretty quick. You might have to practice for a couple hours, but you
Well, it
get
has
good
a
at
nice
it.
tutorial, doesn't it? When
Yeah.
you're to introduce you to the game and the characters and everything.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
And
I did listen to a little bit about Kingdom Hearts, today, so I can at least kind of sort of know something, but I
okay.
still don't know much. But I tried to
Well,
familiarize
like
familiarize myself a little bit.
yeah, yeah. I guess
So shoot, Kurt, tell us a little bit about it and what it is you like about it and all that good stuff. And he's got some graphic or video or whatever pictures and stuff to share too. So go ahead, go ahead.
thanks, Dad.
Hello.
So So the idea for Kingdom Hearts originally came up from Square Enix. It was just actually two people in that company that wanted to make a Super Mario 64. You remember that, right, Dad? That game
Yeah,
for the 64.
that was pretty cool back then. I remember that when that came out.
Yeah. So um, that and basically, sorry, I'm trying to do something here. I think I might have accidentally
Yeah,
done.
one time I was off work, Kurt, and I'm really not a video game guy, but I thought I'm gonna lay in bed all day and I'm gonna play. What was it? Not it wasn't Candy Crush, but what's that other game that people play that kind of came out first and with the blocks and stuff? And you have to try to rearrange them to fit. Um, I don't know. You know what I'm.
Oh,
Those are different colors. God, everybody's like, it's this one just open it. Yeah.
was it Tetris?
Tetris. Yeah. So I sat and played. I played
Okay,
Tetris all day, and I had the worst headache
and you loved it.
of my life at the end of the day. And I'm like, I did
Yeah.
absolutely nothing today. I felt like $1,000,000. But to each his own.
Well, I'm sorry that you had that experience. You shouldn't do it all day. That's not a good idea most of the time. So,
I don't do
uh,
that, but that day I
but
did.
sorry. So these two guys basically they were wanting to make a Super Mario 64 type game, but they couldn't. They didn't want to like go forward with the plans because they they needed like a really famous character like Mario, but they couldn't use Mario because that wasn't from their company. So
Okay.
they're basically saying like, okay, we need something that's just as famous that we can kind of make this game around. And a little time passes, and Square Enix and Disney were actually sharing a building in Japan. I don't remember exactly what branch of Disney and stuff it was, but basically, a person from Square Enix and a person from Disney were in an elevator. They just is just kind of one of those, they both were just in the elevator together, going up to wherever they need to go, and then they started talking and hit it off, and then decide, hey, let's make something. And so that's kind of the origin of Kingdom Hearts, where both of those things kind of came together. It wasn't one or the other; it was kind of like on both sides agreement type of thing.
Oh, Kurt. I was thinking about when you said they were in an elevator and they hit it off.
Oh gosh,
That
yeah.
Aerosmith song, "Love in an Elevator."
Dad, what? Dad, what? Okay, but why
In
do?
a way, it was kind of,
Yeah, it was
you
it was
know,
game. It was they
A
made a baby,
relationship
yeah,
ensued from it,
or
gaming
something.
relationship. You don't have to get weird or nothing.
You died. You just made it weird. Like what moment you said that. I mean, what
Yeah, but-
what what else could I do
what if Steven
to make
Tyler
it more
just broke
weird?
in song right now, Kurt? You should edit that in, Kurt.
We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. Well,
Okay.
I basically wanted to go over that. I really enjoyed the series because, like you said in that Wikipedia article, the story is very convoluted and weird, but it's also kind of cool in certain parts too, because there's like, there's time travel, there's um, people within people, and
What do you mean by that? Like different, like a person could have different personalities or something?
more like the idea of a heart in Kingdom Hearts is kind of like a soul,
Okay.
and so there's multiple times in the series where, let's say, someone died or something, then like their soul or their heart goes into somebody else, and then they stay in that person, and because they stay in that person, they gain attributes of the person that they're with.
So are you telling me like if Mickey and Goofy are hanging out in this game that their souls could switch?
No, no, and this is
Okay.
why I don't want to get into it too much. I'm saying it has good ideas, but like again, it doesn't make much sense. But
Okay.
that's I guess that's the idea. What I wanted to focus on too with it was because this podcast focuses on Disney park type things and Disney
Right.
news in general. I was actually doing some research on what types of like things Kingdom Hearts has been in like the Disney parks, because there has been some, but there's not a whole lot, obviously, because when
But
you go to Disneyland, Disney World, I bet you haven't seen anything.
probably not. It's probably more in the Asian parks, probably.
Yeah, there is, but there's actually some here in the United States what I thought was interesting. So just some
Okay.
some stuff I wanted to show you on screen for those listening. We'll just kind of explain.
All right.
So you can see right here, Donald and Goofy in their character outfits, right?
Yeah.
They look pretty normal, like a normal Disneyland fare. But what they're doing is for Kingdom Hearts. There's a appreciation party on D23,
Okay. I
and
didn't know that.
basically these Donald and Goofy right here. These are like the costumes that they wear in the game.
Okay.
Like Goofy is like a shield guy, kind of like Captain America, and then Donald's like a wizard.
Ooh.
That's why he has like a wand.
Okay.
Um, and so that's them. And so they have acknowledged it in the past. Something else is interesting. There has been a Sora outfit, like right when here, let me try to see if I could find something. The main character Sora, he did get an outfit, but it's kind of like nightmare fuel a little bit.
Okay.
Kind of weird looking, like really weird looking.
Well, I
Um,
mean, is he a character from like Final Fantasy or something?
no, he's an original character
Okay.
um, that Square Enix made. But you see, okay, right here, you see this guy? This is their, and this is the first game in 2004, 2005 when you
It's
got
like
me
he's
that.
playing a guitar right
I
there.
know it's kind of freaky. Just like smiling.
Yeah. Is
They did make a costume for him, and he was in the parks for a little bit, but it was in the Japan pavilion at Epcot.
that the key sword he's holding there, Kurt?
Yeah, it's the key sword, Dad. It's called the
Okay.
Keyblade.
Keyblade, that's what I meant.
And they also
I
made
thought I
this
knew what I was talking about.
in Tokyo Disney Sea.
Yeah.
Had a statue as part of the promotion for a Kingdom
Oh,
Hearts
really?
game. So there's this big old statue right here that you just had up there. So I mean
Okay.
they put money into it. It's not like they didn't, but they haven't like put a
Right.
whole lot.
Well, that's why I thought maybe in the Asian parks it'd
Hmm.
be more prevalent.
But there is some North American thing I thought was interesting at Disney Springs.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, let me read this. It's from the official Disney fan club, the D23
Okay.
site. I believe you're part of it, right, Dad?
Yes, we are part of D23. Yes.
Well, there you go. So
Exciting.
this
That's
was
exciting.
actually an experience that you could have if you were part of the D23 club, I think, or I think it was just when you were at a certain resort. So anyway, this is by Jocelyn Bowman. This right here. So let me just read this really quick, if that's okay with you, Dad.
Sure.
Okay.
Shoot.
says fans of the Kingdom Hearts series, pack your bags. There's a Walt Disney World resort trip in your future. From December 14th, 2018 through January 31st, 2019, Square Enix and Disney are bringing the magic of the Kingdom Hearts video game worlds to Disney Springs at Walt Disney World Resort. Disney Springs guests will be among the first to play a demo of Kingdom Hearts 3, which is the most, well, it's not the most recent one now, but was back then.
Right.
And for those who visit before January 29th, among the few who get to experience the game before its release. The Kingdom Hearts video game series, blah, 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 it just kind of does a quick talking here. Um, this one of a kind Kingdom Hearts pop up experience also features a special Keyblade exhibit. That's the key sword you're talking about,
Right.
featuring life size replicas directly from Kingdom Hearts 3. Larger than life art inspired by characters and worlds from the game, and digital kiosks where attendees can pre order the game and merchandise ahead of their releases. So basically, it was kind of like a mini exhibit with some of the 3D models from the game, but like in physical form. They made it and then kind of just put it out there and say, hey, you can check it out, and then you could also play a demo of the game before it came out at Disney Springs. So did
Okay.
you even know that, Dad? Did you even know that?
No, I didn't know that, Kurt. So that was in 2018, 2019. Well,
Yeah,
maybe they'll do some more of that. Maybe
yeah, maybe. I
there's
don't know.
some newer stuff.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah.
I don't
So,
know. I mean, I'm sure I was there at that during that time as well, but I did not know that that was going on.
well, you're probably doing something more cool, I guess, for you. So,
Well, I'm not. I wasn't. I'm not. Kingdom Hearts video gamer, so I
guy.
probably wasn't paying attention, Kurt. But you know what? Next time I go, I'm gonna look around to see if I can see this in any of the parks there at Disney World or
Okay.
Disneyland.
Thank you.
So that's pretty cool, Kurt.
Thank you. Um, and then I just have, let's see, one more thing to share, if you want.
Yeah,
So, Dad, do you
go
know what
for it.
cosplaying is?
That's where you dress up kind of like characters and stuff, similar to
Yeah.
like color, maybe the colors. Like if you want to dress up like Mickey, you'd wear red and black and stuff like that to kind of show that you're kind of like a Mickey. Is that kind of what it is, or you dress up like, or you actually dress up like the person?
Oh, yeah. I would say in terms of Mickey, I guess cosplay, it's more like you actually look like Mickey Mouse, like be one of those character outfits they have in the park. But I think lesser cosplays could be just like, a black
Maybe I'm
shirt and red
maybe
shorts or
yeah,
whatever.
maybe I'm thinking there is something out there like that. Maybe it's not called cosplay, but yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay,
I know
cool.
people do that like at these, um deals that go to like Marvel Comics, like a
Hmm.
guy, I can't think of anything. Kurt, I can't think of the name. These
Oh, the
big
Comic Con.
Comic Con and stuff like that. They all
Yeah.
people dress up like people like uh somebody Rusty went to one before. I don't know if it was God, I don't know which one. It was a comic. It was a comic book one, and the guy he went with dressed up like Hagrid. And he
Oh,
was a big guy, so and
yeah.
he dressed up like Hagrid, and everybody wanted to get their picture with him and stuff like that.
So famous.
So,
That's pretty
but
cool.
so I know it's a
Yeah.
big, huge thing. Those things.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's with every type of community. So there's probably like cosplayers that like to dress up as like Phineas and Ferb, or
Oh, I bet.
as um, let's see another one. I'm just trying to think of another Kim Possible, stuff like
Well,
that.
all
Just
the Marvel people. There's people
yeah,
dressing up
no,
like
for sure.
them, or
There's
for
some pretty
sure.
cool cosplaying costumes out there.
Yeah.
Some people wear it better than others, but what I'm trying to get at here is that there was a event set up in Disney World in 2019 on September 20th. This is coming from kh13.com, and basically by Orpheus Joshua, and basically
Yes.
people fans of
At
Disney.
least his name's not Orifice.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks.
Oh,
What is this
sorry, Kurt.
episode turning into? Innuendo talk?
Wait, so
What
Orpheus?
the?
Okay, go ahead, Kurt. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm such an idiot.
Right. So, I'm sorry, everyone, for my father. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he just he says he just says the worst things at the worst times. I don't know. But, so anyway, a lot of cosplayers of Kingdom Hearts came together because it was Mickey Mouse's 90th anniversary, and it
Okay.
was the release of Kingdom Hearts 3. So it was an event that the fan set up. It was called Project Magic Kingdom Hearts, and it
Yeah.
was in Disney World in Orlando, Florida.
Right.
And basically, it was 225 cosplayers of Kingdom Hearts, like different characters from the games. Basically, we just came together that day and just
That's
were
cool.
together and took pictures and just kind of representing Kingdom Hearts in that way. So
That's cool.
have a couple pictures. This guy. There's a guy wearing like a hoodie, like one of these. He's kind of like one of the bad guys, and then
Okay.
there's like these two girls are dressing up as some of the
Okay.
people from the
Okay.
games, and then there's
Well, there's that
people
guy.
like that. That
Is
might
that
be a
supposed to be
girl.
the guy? Is this supposed to be the guy right here on the left?
Well, which guy? What are we
The
talking about?
main guy that you were talking about
Oh yeah,
earlier?
Sora. Yeah, right
Yeah,
there.
sorry.
Yeah, that's him. And basically, they just got together and just kind of hung out.
I mean, it's fun. I mean, people do that normally, just
And they,
just at
yeah,
Disney parks, people dress up like the princesses and you don't see guys dress up like the princes, but apparently some girls dress up like the princesses and stuff like that. So no, that
yeah.
sounds pretty cool.
And
It's
I
probably pretty
guess they
fun
did
for
have. You get an event wristband and a sea salt ice cream lollipop, which
them.
was like in the game. There's a sea salt ice cream, so
Oh, really?
yeah, they kind of there's like people there that was kind of serving treats from the games too. So it's kind of like a mini thing that people kind of went together and did. So
That's cool. They did that.
yeah. Uh,
Oh, cool.
did you have any questions, Dad? Like I'm just trying to show, I guess, you and the people listening that
Why do you like this
they're
game, Kurt? I just don't
why
get
why why do I like it?
No, it seems like a pretty
Okay.
fun, like a pretty fun game. I mean, I was listening
Yeah.
to a guy earlier today. He was explaining, he was playing the game. So I was listening to him. He was trying, he had never played it before. So he was new
Mm,
to the game.
that's cool.
And it was actually a podcast. I think he's from England or something.
Mm,
And so he was explaining it. So it sounded like it's pretty fun. And I have seen a little bit of the game over the
mm.
years, but
Yeah.
so it seems like it's could be a lot of fun to play. You get into it and stuff. So
Yeah.
especially if
It's
you're a Disney fan.
well for sure. You probably seen that one show, that Once Upon a Time, right?
Yeah, I've seen that.
So it's kind of like Kingdom Hearts is kind of like the Once Upon a Time before Once Upon a Time was a thing. In the way that all these different characters from all these different Disney kind of worlds and universes come together and meet each other that they wouldn't usually meet
Right.
one another. Like Sora, the main guy, he's there, but there's also Donald and Goofy are basically his left and right hand men. So they're interacting with like Aladdin or Alice from Alice in Wonderland or Lilo and Stitch, like all of these, and so it's kind of fun to just see that go back
But
and
are they
forth.
like Donald Duck and Goofy? I mean, they're just normal Donald Duck and Goofy, kind of.
Well, yeah, they're in the game. They're actually like they're guards for King Mickey. Mickey's kind
Okay.
of like this. He's this he's this king over kind of this universe. He just he lives on like a planet, and Donald and Goofy are kind of like his guards,
Okay.
and they send Mickey sends them out to find Sora, and that's kind of where the series starts, and all of that. And it's all the voice actors
Okay.
from Disney. I mean, not all of them are official. Like if you play Kingdom Hearts 3 as a Toy Story level, you can totally tell it's not Tom Hanks,
But I wonder if it's his
or
brother, because I know his brother got to do a lot of stuff too, because
Mhm.
Tom Hanks wasn't available. So I
Yeah.
wonder if it is.
Hey, maybe, yeah, I don't know. But it's kind of like that. It's fun, Dad, because the combat system is really fun. and the sort of lightheartedness. A lot of video games are very, shooty shoot, bloody blood.
Right.
There goes my arm, and there goes my
Oh
head.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I've
but
seen some of you guys playing, all those shooty games. John plays I can't remember which one he plays, but he plays that one a lot.
yeah, yeah.
A lot. So
Well, when in Kingdom Hearts, you're kind of fighting. The thing I like too about Kingdom Hearts is that it's very metaphorical. So the enemies you're fighting are like the darkness, and when you hit them, like little stars pop out, and they turn
right.
into black mist. So it's not like you hit something and then their guts come spilling out,
And blood
that type of
explodes
thing.
everywhere. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be awkward, especially in an
Thanks,
elevator,
Mickey.
right, Ed?
Blew my guts out.
So yeah, the combat's
Okay.
really fun. It's just engaging, just going through every world and basically fighting. Like you fight Cerberus from Hercules, the Hydra from Hercules. You fight Hades. You fight Ursula, and they're not easy necessarily, and it's just kind of fun to like go against these larger than life villains that usually you're just watching, but now you're trying to defeat in a video game. It was really
Right.
cool back in the day, and it looked really good back in the day. Still looks good today. And it's kind
Graphics are
of one of
pretty
those
cool and
things.
everything, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's very,
So,
yeah,
anybody that's a Disney fan, Final Fantasy fan, sounds like a great game to get into. There's several games now, so it's a lot to choose from. Do you know of anything that's coming out? Like, what's the last one that came out? Is it pretty new?
yeah. It's kind of a weird one because there are these certain games. They're called rhythm games, but they're not like Dance Dance Revolution or Guitar Hero or anything.
Okay,
There's one. There's games where basically you press buttons at a certain time during the music to get like high
okay,
scores and stuff like that. But Kingdom Hearts had the most recent one. That was it. It was kind of like they took the gameplay. Okay, they took the graphics from like the PlayStation 2 era, and they
right,
kind of made it into a rhythm game, and that is like the newest thing. But recently, the biggest news with gaming for Kingdom Hearts is they actually ported all of those games to the computer, so you can play it on a computer now. You don't have to have a PlayStation or an Xbox to play
okay.
it anymore. You can just get them all on your computer. So it's pretty cool.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Are
All
you
right,
so
Kurt.
you gonna try it, Dad?
I don't know.
You
I
gonna
don't know.
you gonna do
Maybe.
it?
Man. I might try it maybe someday. I don't know. Check it out a little bit. I mean, it sounds cool, but I'm just not.
I know.
you know, man.
There's like a super easy mode. There's we call it a baby mode. You can play
Is that
that.
my mouth, Kurt?
Yeah, the
I'm
baby
a
mode.
big baby mode. Oh, look at the little baby play the game.
Yeah, you could do that and you'll win every time. You're like, man, I'm not bad.
Yeah,
Feel that way. So
I'm a freaking genius.
sometimes you got to do that if you're not good at something. You do it on
Well, I
easy.
know, but you
So
have to want to do. I got a lot. There's plenty to do. So cool. All
yeah.
right, Kurt. Is there anything else you want to say about this about Kingdom Hearts?
I think there is just some stuff that's going to be coming up in the future. The kind of all those 13 games you're talking about, that was kind of
Yeah.
all one saga. It was kind of like the Avengers Endgame to all those Avengers movies that came before
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
And so that kind of like ended this current saga. So
Coming
they're
up with a
making a
new
new
one.
one,
Okay.
a new saga now. And so no one really knows what that's gonna be like. Trying to we're all trying all us fans are trying to figure it out. But um, yeah, I just hope that they get represented in the parks a little bit more. And I think I've seen some references. I think there was some from Once Upon a Time and other little tiny itsy bitsy like things.
Right.
But I hope that I think you said there's a TV series. If there is, I just hope there something good comes
Well,
from it.
they have Disney Plus, so
Yeah.
they could possibly um, put something out there. So
Nope.
hopefully. I mean, why not? We got to
Yeah.
come up with content.
That's
I'm
all
sure
I
they
got,
will.
Dad. That's all I got. There's
All
nothing
right.
else.
Well, that's all right. That's good. That's real good. So, anyways, so Kurt, why don't you tell everybody where they can go to watch you play video games? Play Kingdom Hearts. You can watch Kurt play Kingdom Hearts. You can watch him. And also, Kurt also does other stuff too online, right, Kurt? So you can tell him about that too. You probably heard some of his little commercials and stuff on the end of our podcast. So go ahead, Kurt. Tell them where they
Okay.
can find you and watch you play and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you can find me on Facebook. I have a page there. It's Kurt. That's Kurt plays games. It's just a page you can follow me, and then whenever I start streaming a game, you'll get a notification, and then you can watch me play. Same thing, I believe on YouTube. It's either Kurt plays games or Video Games Inc. The same recordings will be on there though, and then Twitch, I believe it is also Kurt plays games or Kurtless64, something like that. But yeah, I'm also on Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff. Sometimes I just upload pictures or videos. Right now, I'm playing this game called Psychonauts. It's kind of like you go inside the brains of certain people and then try to help them with their problems. So it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. And that's kind of what my focus is right now. Oh, and
Okay.
I do have a Thrifty Kurt. Also, I have like a YouTube channel and Facebook page for that too, and Instagram and all that. Basically, I just buy things from thrift stores and like to sell them and get money.
And
And
and his videos are pretty creative, I have to say. I know he's my son and everything, but I think you do a pretty good job on that, Kurt. Some of them are pretty
oh yeah,
funny.
thanks, Dan.
They really are.
No, if I could just get other people to say the same thing, you know.
Well, they just got to know where to find you, man. I mean, it's funny. I think you do a good job. So,
Oh,
anyways,
that's sweet.
go check Kurt out, and we'll be doing some other episodes. So, anyways, thanks, Kurt, for being with me on the podcast tonight. And I guess till next time, we'll see you next time. Have a great week. Say goodbye,
Yeah.
Kurt.
So, oh wait, I was gonna say thank you for letting me be on, and
Oh,
goodbye.
yeah. All right, everybody. Take care. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.